We're live.
All right.
We're live.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, if you have an internet connection, if you're connected in any way, you probably realize, what's going on outside your door, outside your windows, and it's no different for us here at Gary Swann. We have, some limitations that we're trying to work through, and yet, as you may have seen, Josh Holman, he did, have a video created. I think it was yesterday, if I was correct. But we have Josh Holman is here. Mike's here.
Josh, can we confirm that the video was published yesterday?
Yeah. The video was published yesterday, but it was filmed about 2 weeks ago. I just got around to getting it up. I've been real busy, a lot of meetings. You know how it is. Okay. Can we set some ground rules?
Josh, can we confirm everything that you said in the video was true?
Everything I said in that video is true.
Hey, whoa. Hey, before we even get started, stop for a second. Before we even get started, we have Josh.
Don't you call me out on this video.
Hey, listen,
Josh,
I'm just saying, can we say that the facts that were said?
So we need to get some order in here. First off, make sure if you are not speaking, put your video on mute. That's the most important thing in this video right now is put your video on mute if you're not speaking, okay? Can you guys handle that? Okay.
Thank you.
So first things first, Josh, you had these very large opinions, and we have a couple gentlemen here. Of course, Sam Sullivan, Mike Welch want to discuss these with you. Mike, you said you had a pretty strong opinion on Josh's comments about the coronavirus and kind of the impact that it has had on not only the economy but the different everything that's affected by the coronavirus. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes, this is a very serious situation. And I feel like Josh he's not taking it seriously. He believes this is all a plot to get the president out of the office. And I don't believe he's taking it seriously. That's just my personal opinion.
Now, Mike, you seem obviously to have ill words to say towards Josh. Mike, are you taking this seriously or?
Oh, yeah, I've been locked in my house for the last 2 months. Okay. I've been stuck in my house.
I understand that, Mike. Now, Caleb, you told me that you told me that you have been affected as well by this virus. Caleb, give us some details on kind of exactly how and where this infection and the virus has started and how it's affected your life so far.
Yeah, absolutely, Zach. What's affected me, of course, economically, financially. I've become unemployed recently. It's been a bit of a depression year.
By unemployment, what exactly does that mean?
It means not being employed by the company that I was working for previously. So what it means is the U.S. government is going to send me a paycheck every 1 to 2 weeks. On
top of the stimulus paycheck that we each at Gary Swann are expected to get.
That's correct. I'm hoping that since Josh doesn't take this seriously, he's not going to get a check.
I just want to know, I have a question for Josh, if I can.
Go ahead, yes. Go ahead.
Since this was filmed about 2 weeks ago, Josh, is that still your current take on the coronavirus and the effects it's having on our economy?
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate you coming at me with some dignity and some professionalism. 2 weeks ago, I think we were definitely hey, if you're not speaking, if you could keep your microphone on mute. I'm having a hard time.
Once again, guys, if you're not talking, put your microphone on mute. I'm not going to say it again, or I'm going to end the meeting.
Thanks, Zach. I think the effects of this that we're dealing with are definitely real. But what created it? It was a hoax. You want to think about what happens every election year. When was our last?
Before we get any before we dive any deeper into this, guys, gentlemen, shut up.
You're taking this seriously,
guys. Before you get any, this is diving into a pretty deep hole here, and each of you have pretty strong opinions about this. Now, Josh, you said some outlandish things, if I happen to say so myself, on the videos. You said things You said things, Josh, that quite frankly, Mike didn't agree with it. And I remember talking to Sam about this exact same thing, and he had the same strong opinions that I had about it.
Listen, that's
right?
why I want Josh to have a time to clear the air, clear his name on this.
An open
thing,
platform.
Josh.
That's what the Zoom is for. This Zoom it's a good open platform for everybody to have their opinion and speak their opinion independently as a human being, as it's a fundamental right as a human being to have a platform to talk about it.
Listen, the thing is, Josh thinks people of Asian descent, including Chinese Americans, are not more likely to get the COVID.
This is false information. It doesn't. The
Mike,
virus
you
didn't
have
originate in China or Asia. It was all in Italian.
Yeah, the Chinese are fine. They're not doing it. It's nothing that they did wrong. Josh thinks that it's all the Chinese people's fault.
Oh, are you talking about the Chinese virus?
No, it didn't even originate in China. I don't think that. I think this is just.
What news are you watching? CNN.
This myth that Josh and everybody else, all these crazy conspiracy theorists think that it started in China from a wet market where they eat bats and dogs. That's completely ludicrous.
Now, Mike, what is the origin of this virus in your eyes? What is your opinion on the origin?
I'd love to hear it.
This virus is something that just mutated, and it may have came from China. It may have came from New Zealand.
It doesn't matter where.
It doesn't. What was our last election year? Do we remember 2005? Huh? Do we remember Ebola? Have you heard of the bird flu? It's funny that every single election year something like this happens.
Josh is under Josh is under the assumption that the flu is it's just like the flu. No, there's empirical evidence. There's partnered.
Now, Mike. Yeah, you're getting in territories now. You said you had to have evidence for this? You have evidence that you want to show for this claim? Because Josh showed evidence in the video. Josh, did you not? You showed evidence in the video. Did you not?
I did.
Let me go ahead and make a little diagram for you guys, okay?
Yeah, let me hear. Let's see it.
So this is the coronavirus, right? There's little caps inside of there. That's where it gets its name. It's like SARS. And this, it can mutate. It can become something that is not good. And the big thing is it's making people sick. Let me move that over.
Now, Mike, is this a multi-celled organism or is it single-celled?
The thing is, it's a but the big picture here, guys, is it's making people sick. And
now, gentlemen, I know each of you have your opinions on the origin of this virus. Now, exactly what do you think needs to happen? What do we need to do? You're showing these diagrams, everything. Now, do you have any idea of what we should do as a whole? Like, what should we do in the situation we're in now?
Listen, I think the important thing is to not worry about the details. Where did it come from? All these facts that are coming out. Because 90% of the information that's coming out is false information. I think the important thing now is to stay inside, stay indoors, keep your hands sanitized, and absolutely keep stocked up on canned goods. Listen, guys, we were talking about this earlier. Go to the grocery, make one last trip to the grocery store, buy a bunch of canned goods. Don't go to the grocery store.
And I hate to butt in. I'm going to say one thing. I have joined the face mask whenever I go out in the public, I wear the face mask. Josh, what was that, Josh?
Well, I think Mike's diagram, it's one of those things where, we have all these diagrams. So where is that information truly coming from? Is that just Big Brother telling you?
Professionals, coming from Dr. Fauci. It's coming from the professionals of the CDC, Josh.
Now, who are the CDC? What's next? We're going to have tanks in the streets not letting us out of our homes? I want to go to a baseball game.
Josh is under the assumption that the government can help us with this. The government is there for us. So this is proving that socialism works.
Listen, I think that Josh his views on this are a little extreme. They're a little unpopular and unorthodox, but I think Josh has a really good point right here. I want to go out, take me out to the ball game. I want to get out in society. Baseball is a good metaphor, Josh, for anything in life. We just want to get out there and put me in, coach. We want to play third base. We want to steal home. We want to get back to normal is what we want to do. But I think the important thing right now, stay inside, stay sanitized, keep your hands warm, keep your hands washed, and most importantly, wear socks in the house, guys. That's the easiest way to break the virus is wearing.
Very, very informative. Now, obviously, you have just an update, folks. Mike, you're obviously leaning a little bit to the left on this situation. Josh, you have obviously have a little bit extreme. You have a little far right extreme ideologies that way. And Sam, you're kind of dead right in the middle, pal. You're like right there in the middle. And I think this is a very interesting and very helpful conversation that we are having. This is the best way to learn, and the best way to get through this is to actually talk to one another, have a conversation. This is something that's forgotten, and people need to sit back and they need to just understand that this is something that we aren't familiar with yet. We aren't familiar with this type of stuff yet.
I have one question. Hey, so I have one question here. Now. Opinions are opinions, right? Opinions are like assholes. We all got them. But here's my question: what's going to happen to the economy after this? We can save all the lives. What's going to happen when your neighbor Joe at his coffee shop, he doesn't have that coffee shop anymore because he's forced to close for months?
This is about the American people, Josh. This isn't about the economy.
If this is about the American people. The economy would not be shut down.
How does the economy
We're not going to recover from this.
This isn't about
Gentlemen, I have thing.
How do you not understand this, Mike?
You sound communist.
You're not understanding what. I have a suggestion for each of you, gentlemen. I have a suggestion. What if everything we're saying right now isn't even being captured and the audio is not even going to work?
Over 2 million people.
What if everything we're saying right now is and nothing's being captured and nothing's even happening and we're just
it works.
It doesn't matter. This conversation is important regardless.
I think we need to have it. We need to get in each other's heads here.
Oh, is that Josh?
No, it is good. I think once again this was a great idea. We need to do this more often. The Zoom meeting once a week, guys.
Oh, yeah, I definitely think there are some things that need to be straightened out and some opinions that definitely need to be changed, if you ask me.
I mean, Mike, I get where your head's at, but I don't think with a personality like Josh, I don't think he's able to change this late in the game. I mean, we got it. His opinion 2 weeks ago, and he still has the same opinion. It doesn't change.
May I interject, Sam? May I interject? We haven't even hit the peak of this.
Listen, Josh, you need to look at the information. You're not looking at the correct data. You're getting your information from all the incorrect sources. Josh,
now, if we can point out the elephant in the room, Samuel, you happen to have a diagram of a brain behind you. Could you kind of explain what's the idea? What's going on with that there?
Absolutely. This front portion, I don't know if it's going to show up this green area right here really focuses on the economical depression that we're going through right now. And backwards here in the back, that big purple, I don't know if you guys can see the purple section, is more of like how to clean your house, sanitize yourself, how to keep things clean and in order. And the lower area is more about just where you see the little red, the smallest area is where the origin of this thing came from. And that's the smallest part, as in it doesn't occupy the brain quite as much.
Wait,
now Samuel, you failed.
Hold on. Sam, show me the red.
It doesn't matter where it came from.
Show me the red part again.
And we have to figure out how to fight this thing.
Sam, show me the red part again.
Let me get my facts straight.
Sam,
you're looking at the incorrect data,
Sam,
Josh.
show me the red part again. Let me see the red part again, Sam. Can you?
The nexus fibula. It's the
lower
area
guys,
of the brain.
don't I look like the headless horseman? Ah!
You kind of did. You kind of looked like the headless horseman. You did. You kind of looked like a weed. Yeah.
Can I just say something? Between Sam's
go for it, guys.
It's open. Hey, everyone, shut the fuck up. Hey, listen.
Okay.
Between Sam's diagram and Mike's joke, you guys got me thinking about this in a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe it ain't so bad.
Good.
Finally starting to see things our way.
I think I'm getting there. Mike, you got any snacks in your fridge over here?
I haven't been out in 2 months, so I'm kind of running low on everything. All I have is banana and water.
You don't have a fruit roll-up?
How's that? How's that working for you, Mike?
Well, it's
Yeah. Okay, so
my cup's been empty, and I don't have anything to put in it, so I'm pretending.
Is it safe to say, Zach, we've got some groundwork, we've accomplished something here? It's a meeting adjourned. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's good for now. What do you?
Oh, yeah.
This has been
the next one.
We've
This
gone
is great.
15
I think
and a
we've made
half
some real
minutes.
groundwork here. We've covered some
This
real
is
groundwork
15
here.
15 and a half minutes here, guys, and we have had a great discussion. I mean, obviously there were some pretty unpopular, opinions floating around there, but overall, I mean, we kind of the point of this whole thing, guys, is to see that maybe we're not so different. We all have these different ideas and these different logical, things floating around in our brains. But at the end of the day, we still bleed, we still breathe, we still need water, we still need to breathe in good air. And you guys. That's the thing. That's the good thing about this meeting is it shows our vulnerability
if you're not speaking,
as human
please
beings.
put yourself on mute. Zach, what's the topic? I think I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for the what are we gonna do for what's next week's topic, Zach? Zach, what's next week's topic?
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Can I say something, please?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm finished. All right, go ahead.
Hey, what's next week's topic, guys? I think this was a great meeting, and we need to get some other stuff on the calendar here.
So what we're gonna do, we have something kind of fun we're gonna be doing. So obviously this is kind of a spur of the moment idea. Josh just posted that video yesterday, and I think it'd be kind of neat if we next week we kind of update on how we are, health wise, mentally. I know everybody's gonna look crazy being quarantined inside.
Guy, can I say something real quick?
Absolutely, go ahead.
They're saying that this thing is going to skyrocket, guys. Geographically, we're in kind of different parts of the United States, but they're saying this thing's going to get worse.
Mike, we'll get into that next week. So we'll talk about that next week. We're going to get into that next week about that. And like I said, we'll update each other on the status of how we are feeling individually. And maybe, who knows, maybe next week there'll be a cure. Maybe there'll be something crazy will happen next week. We don't know. That's the thing. So I think we can conclude on this. We don't know. We don't know what's going on right now. Nobody knows. Mike, do you know? Josh? Caleb? Sam? Do you know?
I don't know.
Nobody knows what's happening. We're all in this together, guys, as a family. So next week, we'll talk about the update and any final, words, gentlemen?
Thank you, guys.
I want to thank the moderator, Zach. He was great.
Thank you, Zach. Let's give him a hand, guys. Come on, come off mute. Come off mute. Give Zach a hand. come off mute.
Not necessary.
Thank you, Zach.
Hey, can we get some exit? Can we get some exit music real quick, Sammy, baby?
Love, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks. Stay
Peace,
safe.
guys. Take it easy, man.
Stay safe.
Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Stay safe.